Hello everyone, good afternoon, hope you're doing well and ready for some more Super Mario World Remade from memory. True Seed, welcome. I can't tell if you're serious because, we're pretty close to the scheduled time, but, it's also maybe a couple minutes after, maybe a couple minutes more than a couple minutes after, but we're here and we're gonna beat this today, and I hope everyone enjoys it because, yeah, this is the closest we've kind of got to playing the OG Super Mario World recently. Got 42 exits out of 96 last time, so we're just under halfway there. Moving into the second half of the game, I'm very curious to see just how things are recreated. Didn't realize it was 12:30 p.m. this early in the morning for you. Oh yeah, that's right. It'd be like, are you on the West Coast, YS Bunny? So it'd be like 3 hours behind there. It's crazy. But here we go. I don't think there was a big line of question mark blocks at the beginning of this level, but I'll take a mushroom, I suppose. And that's what I get, running right into that guy's face already. Alright, gotta get back into the groove of things. Even though we just beat like 3 ROM hacks last night, we beat Just Blob, we beat Mario Universe, and we beat that crazy Mario Hands thing from the questionable level design contest. All fun stuff! And yeah, so now we're kind of just playing this, which was a good way to get back into Mario, but we're gonna be finishing it off today. And again, just I'm really curious to see how the later levels are interpreted by people who are just recreating them from memory. So I feel like most people who played Mario World before, you have a pretty good idea what the early game levels look like if you had to redraw them on paper or whatever. But it's the later stuff that, like, who plays half the levels in Chocolate Island ever? Or, Valley of Bowser. So I think that will be, interesting. Like, this is not how the P-Balloon works in this level at all. But I won't even complain. Let's go down here, grab this key. It's kind of gotta wait for the balloon to run out. Yeah, Wise Bunny, that's so true. Yeah, it is super early. even 12:30, it's like, whoa, I'm not used to streaming at this time. Hello, Monterey Sharp. Hope you're having a great day, whether it's morning or early afternoon where you are. I just hope it's going well. Everyone's going to enjoy some Super Mario World today. And yeah, the Forest of Illusion is that crazy world where there's like a million different exits around. and you've got to find the ones that lead to the exit. Now, it's not so mysterious when you've played this game a million times, but back in the day, it was pretty kind of confusing. Like, well, how come I'm just, getting exits and just going in kind of a loop here? But we are now exercising the most classic technique known to Super Mario World players, and that is cheating over the entire level, because the cape actually allows you to do that. Of course, you had like the leaf in Mario 3, but that had a flight timer. Like, you couldn't just fly over everything unless you had the P-wing. But no, with the cape, you can literally just cheese the whole level. And I think we'd seen enough of it that's what we decided to do there. Your P-balloons never work as expected either, says True Seed. Well, maybe you need to try a different ROM hack for that. It's going on 12 o'clock where you stay, Mantra and Sharp. Yeah, of course, crazy time zones. Time zones are the most confusing thing. Trying to align those things up, find a time that everyone enjoys, and again, like, this is not even taken seriously. It was definitely a green block at the beginning of this level. There was no kind of line of coin blocks, so I feel like as they, worked on this hack, they took the original idea less and less seriously, and it came to a point where they were just like, alright, just throw stuff around and see how that works out. But okay, we got the urchin guys here. We're seeing how they work. Is this the only level they appear in Mario World? Kind of like how the Torpedo Teds only appear in, that one underwater level. This is a thing. Very good. There's always been this weird alcove in the original game where, like, you go down, you can earn a 1-up. Yeah, like down here. Now they've put this semi-solid block in front here, which is not in the original. Yeah, no, the 1-up's not here. Interesting, unless it's moved somewhere else. Yeah, the original had this weird alcove where, like, there was an invisible 1-up block, but there were invisible coin blocks as well, so if you accidentally hit the coin blocks, you couldn't get the 1-up. And I always thought that was so fascinating. It's like, wow, wouldn't you ever see that in a Mario game? But they forgot to add it back in. They forgot to add back in one of the most memorable parts of this level when recreating the level by memory. I am very upset about that. Of course, this level always did have the secret exit to the Blue Switch Palace, though, which does utilize that sort of semi-solid platform trick. Yes, down here, I think. I always liked this. I was so impressed when I found that back in the day. But alright, there we go. Mr. Hot Dog, good evening. How have I been? I've been good, thank you. I know I'm used to streaming in the evening, but today we've actually got an afternoon stream going on. Really been enjoying the Mario World ROM hacks recently. I know people subscribe to my channel for all sorts of different reasons, and part of my channel's problem, why it will never grow to be like giganto size, is because I have a horrible time kind of keeping focus on one thing. And we were talking yesterday about, the YouTubers that can just upload like one video a month and it gets millions of views. Look at this long pathway. That was great. Where, me, it's like, what do you subscribe to me for? If you want the NES games, well, that's cool, but I'm also playing some Mario World. I'm also playing some Banjo-Kazooie. I'm also looking at, console boxes. It's like just ridiculous things. Where, if you want like a well-rounded retro experience, I guess the game displays your spot. But if you just want like some guy who beats NES games and shuts up about everything else, I guess I've deviated from that slightly, ever so slightly. When is Mario Omega and the Island of Power, says Mr. Hot Dog. So I actually have Omega 1 and Omega 2 on the flash cart right now. And yeah, maybe we should make a thing out of that. As I've definitely been thinking it'd be fun to replay Super Mario Omega. So perhaps we'll make that our series in the future. I don't know if that will be like a daytime series, or maybe we'll do that as the Monday night one. But yeah, lots of ROM hacks lately. I'm always happy to see that people have been enjoying them. The positive reception has been great to see, because yeah, I have just wanted to play Mario World ROM hacks for so long, and I've been playing so many NES games that there's just a long patch there where like I wasn't playing anything but NES games, and I love the NES, and I'm still enjoying playing through the NES stuff. And I have a stream coming up where we're gonna play through a couple of what sound like they're gonna be really good NES games. I haven't beat them, I've played them, so I'm excited to play them all the way through. But that will be great. But mixing in some stuff like Mario World here and there, I don't think there's any harm in that. I think they used the Red Switch Palace beginning area for the Blue Switch Palace. Oh, did they switch those around? Those happen so fast that I don't even normally think about them, Wise Bunny. But if that's a true thing that you just picked up on, then thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, the Switch Palaces in Mario World, like, you can't even replay them like you can, castles or anything else. So it's kind of like, experience this once and then you're done forever sort of thing. Or at least, again, you know, castles and fortresses, you can go back in if you wish. Like, even in the Game Boy Advance remake, you know, all the different things they did with the world map and the level list and stuff, I still don't think you can go back into the Switch Palaces in that version. Which is like, why? Just let me have my fun. Let me collect some coins if I want to. It's not like the, you know, lives are super sparse in Mario World. It's gonna break the game if I can replay the Yellow Switch Palace. But someone at Nintendo was like, no, no fun allowed, and thus here we are. So this ghost house has always been a funny one, and it was like the first place I ever found the moon item in the original game. So if they forget to put the moon in this version, I'm gonna be really upset. Question is though, I do kind of forget what door leads where. Also, is there any reason in OG Mario World why you would want to have a fire flower instead of a cape? Of course, in ROM hacks and such, you know, ice blocks or blocks that are only breakable by fire are kind of commonplace, but those don't really exist in Mario World original. So like, oh my gosh. So like, there's not much reason you really need the fire flower at all. Cape destroys everything. If if Cape was in rock paper scissors, Cape would just beat them all. So is this door the moon one? Yeah, okay. It can't be a coincidence, says Trucy. Interesting, interesting. You can go back to the Switch Palaces using a glitch. Oh, interesting. So look at that. That just led us back to the first level, which means, yeah, so Forced Evolution, you kind of have to replay levels like 3 times to get all of the exits, and that's what we're doing again. Wait for that eerie guy to go by. But yeah, hopefully everyone's been enjoying, again, the Super Mario World streams. Mario Universe, I had a lot of fun with that one last night. Something like that. Again, you know, just sometimes you just look through those lists of Super Mario World ROM hacks, and you can find like a fun one to pull off of the shelf like that. Can we get up here and just fly over the wall? There you go. Forget going through that other room. And where is the door? So we went to like the furthest door last time. I think this time we want to go through this door. See, no moon, and that's how you know you're on your way to riches. Hello, Delta Ray Studios. Afternoon. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a great day. The music is from memory too, says the Jade Wizard. That definitely seems that way. They tried to recreate it. But it's like, they must have intentionally been imperfect, because there's some times when it's like, how do you do that wrong unless you're intentionally messing around with that? But here we go. This was a level. There's a moon up in the sky, apparently. I don't even know if I remembered that one, but maybe I should just pretend that was totally intentional. But no, the secret exit in this level is up in this pipe here, and that took me a couple minutes to figure out as a kid. Again, assuming they haven't moved this. What is with the big gap to the right there? There we go. The death music is spot on. That's the one song that they couldn't screw up. You can go, oh, in Advance 2 YS Bunny, interesting. Forest of Illusion, more like Forest of Useless Exits, am I right? Fortunately, the largest NES cartridges are 1 MB, and SNES 4, yes. Okie dokie, here we go. So this level, now this is interesting, because normally there's 2... of these. You can kind of choose where you want to go. But in this case, they've only given you 1 platform, so you're kind of forced to play the level as they hand it to you. And this is the only level that uses the really fast background scrolling. That activates once you stand on these platforms. Like, I guess it's supposed to give the illusion that you're moving, like, super quick. But in this case, just kind of waiting around. It's actually like the slowest level ever. How is there a bush, like, in midair? Again, this is a level that you play, like, once. And then, yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, I guess in Mario Advance 2, again, one thing I think is really fun about Mario Advance 2 is that it keeps track of the levels you have found all of the dragon coins in. So that is one time I remember actually, like, replaying this as a kid to try and find all of those. I should have pressed this because I can't put it down on the platform. A sprite will fall through a sprite. Ooh, I can put it up there and press it. Is there any reason to do that, though? Like, how long does this go on for? I know in the original game, I think there was, like, some secret mushrooms, 1-ups, if you went over the goalpost. But of course, as we've mentioned, yeah, to go over it, you have to be above the screen. It's not just enough to, you know, be above the actual posts. And then they didn't even put the mushrooms back there in this version. What a rip. This is such a meme of a Haxus, the Jade Wizard. Yeah, it's been fun. Again, I love the original Mario World, but instead of just playing that same old game we've seen a million times, like, that's not how that path is supposed to go. You know, it's fun kind of playing this interesting interpretation of it. Forest Fortress. Oh, that is true, Bias Bunny. Yes, that is true about the NES mappers and such, yes. Now I think about it, Mario World might have been your first ever game, or maybe DK1. Interesting. One time as a kid, you accidentally despawned the gold tape? I don't think I've ever seen that. What did you do? Like, cause too many sprites at the end of the level or something, and it like just didn't load? It does sound fascinating though. Wow, I cannot tell you the last time I got crushed by Stompy thing. No, my power up! Oh no, we're doing this the lame way with no. Wow, okay. I wonder why I'm. What did they change about this level that I'm so bad at it now? I'm curious if the scrolling is like medium speed and not slow, and that's what's throwing me off. Super Mario World has 3 speeds of scrolling: slow, medium, and fast. I don't think that fast is ever used in the final game, question mark? I'm trying to think of a place where it would be. Slow seems to be the most common. It also has custom scrolling settings as well, like Butter Bridge or Donut Plains 2, where it doesn't just scroll left to right, but there's also some vertical movement. Those are custom scrolling kind of objects that you can place. And, you know, it makes the screen do some funkier things that it wouldn't do normally. But I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. This is medium speed scrolling, or I am so used to everything in Mario World 1 being slow scrolling. But yeah, okay, that was actually pretty cool. And Stompy thing was not letting up. He was about to come back there too. So this level has that really weird section at the end that always bothered me as a kid before I was good at flying in this game, where you can get like a bunch of 1-ups if you go all the way to the right. Also, I've scrolled the screen upwards and I have no idea what we're missing down below, but you'll just cross our fingers it's nothing too serious. I do like the castle theme though. Like, you can't mess up the Mario World castle theme. And if you do, you should totally like be, you know, go to jail for that. You're not allowed to insult the Mario World castle theme. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about at the end of the level here. I'm trying to get a good run at it, but I'm also respawning these saws each time. Oh no! Okay, well, see, that can happen too. So you gotta be careful. But yeah, I want to see if they kept all the 1-ups on the right there, because we did lose all of our power-ups as a result of turning the game off. Lost our power-ups, lost our 1-ups, which we were maxed out at 99. Am I looking forward to the TTYD remaster, says Mr. Hot Dog. You might enjoy it side by side with Miles LP of it. Yes, I'm going to be getting it for sure. You know, I can't ask for OG Paper Mario for all these years and then not buy it. Of course, I wish it was a completely new game, but there's always that hope, obviously, that if the TTYD remake does well, maybe they'll consider doing a full new game in that style. I don't think we'd complain about that too much. Anyway, this is easy enough to play, so we're just going to keep trying this until we get it, because I'm really curious what we might find on the other side here. And again, it's like... like, you fly as high as you can, but that potable keeps getting me. Yeah, see the Jade Wizard? I knew that others would think it was a little fast too. You did not know the 1-ups were back. To be fair, you kind of hate that stage. The one with the platforms and the auto-scrolling. That one's a little bit funky for sure. Now, what's that, YS Bunny? You don't know how... Oh, Donut Secret 2? Interesting. And if you got the Cape Feather there, that would have been an incredible clutch, right? I'm trying my best to, you know, to get by that thing. Do whatever it takes. If only there was like a starve or something. Again, I don't remember usually getting hit by the Potobos in the original, so it definitely could just be a placement thing when it comes to this ROM hack. But let's keep trying. Hopefully it doesn't take too much more. Maybe if we do like a slower sort of flying. No! I'm not going to accept that. Slightly pressing up on the controller and causing me to I don't think I've ever fallen in the lava for Reznor, or maybe like decades ago. So there you go. It's funny though, if you like you don't want to go in a door in Mario, you'll go in it by accident. But if you want to go into a door, the funny thing about those red doors is that they're special in that you can like press up in the middle of it as well, despite being, you know, wider than 16 pixels. It's like a 32 pixel door. Where if it's just you know, if you put like two normal doors side by side, you'd have to be in the center of one of the doors and not just kind of in between the two of them. Anyway, let's just try and freaking do this. This is getting worse rather than better. But I must know if they've put the 1-ups back there. Yeah, at least this level has a checkpoint. If we had to replay the beginning auto-scrolling part each time, I would probably not be doing this. And then the funny part is that this isn't even like a secret exit. This is a rare case where, you know, this level has 2 ways to beat it, but they're both considered the same exit. Just one has, theoretically, again, assuming they kept it the same in this version, a bunch of 1-ups at the end that I would love to see. Oh. Okay, I was gonna say, please don't make this go on forever. And they replaced all of the 1-up blocks with a 3-up moon instead. Now we know! And no one is half the battle. So, watch, after I made that comment about, like, never falling in the lava, I'm probably gonna end up doing it, aren't I? There we go. Finally, done with that. I think the ceiling is higher in the vanilla. I would not deny that, the Jade Wizard. A man has fallen into the lava in the Reznor boss area. Start the new rescue helicopter, says Wyas Bunny. Always skip that green scroller stage with the cape or blue Yoshi. Fair enough, the Jade Wizard. But okay, that takes us to Star Road. We haven't been doing any of Star Road yet. Guess we're just gonna kind of save that for when we hit the end. I think we're gonna do like all of World 7 except for Bowser's Castle. We'll go do Star Road and the Special World, and then we will, you know, finish off the true final level there. Well, I jumped right through that 1-up. As a kid, I just could not resist grabbing that, even though it obviously makes the level more difficult. Although it's kind of a case of, even if you try to avoid it, you know, a lot of the time he would just kind of send it into you anyway, and you'd end up hitting it by accident. Did this level normally have pipes that moved up and down? Seem to not have included those if that was the case. There's, of course, the pipe that I think normally had one of those guys in it. But in this case, it doesn't. There we go. I think there was a weird pipe in this level that leads to a useless underwater section. I could be remembering that wrong, though. And, oh, maybe they actually included it. Wow, I was going to say, no one ever thinks about this. So, like, the fact that, you know, I didn't expect that the person who recreated this from memory would put this in here either. I don't even know if there's a dragon coin down here in the original. Again, there was just so many useless side rooms that had maybe a couple of coins in them. But in that case, okay. We can get this. Sounds pretty good. Remember, it keeps changing even after it's left the block, which is the complete opposite to how blocks like that work in modern day Mario games. It's kind of like once they're hit, that's it. Is there no floor here, or did I just scroll up like really high? Oh, I did not know. That was a thing. Okay, we can't go over. I like trying to do end of goal shenanigans. It's just fun trying to get over the goalpost. No! I was doing really well until we accidentally lost it there. Alright, whatever. You always steal Lakitu's cloud. So the weird part about Lakitu is, like, if you jump on him, the cloud disappears as well. So you have to hit him with a projectile, like a shell or with a fireball. And for some reason, if you kill Lakitu with a fireball, the cloud will last forever. Where if you get his cloud by defeating him, like I said, with a shell or such, it you know, it only lasts a few seconds. Like, it's so strange. I wonder if that was intentional or just what was going on there. But I think this is the last level we have here of Forest of Illusion. Secret exit will lead us to the castle. Again, assuming it's the same as the original, where the normal exit will kind of just lead us in a circle back to the ghost house, I believe. And I think this is a case where the secret exit pipe is, like, right at the end, essentially forcing you to play the level 2 times at the very least. I think one of these had a bonus game in it, didn't it? Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, and there's no fire guy in the original. So there you go. That's the secret exit. But we still have to get the normal one. Don't forget that. Else you'll be wondering where you missed, an exit somewhere. Chocolate Island 2, the one with the, with the splitting paths? That's really cool. Wow, my favorite stage. If I said tubular, that'd be a lie. I don't think anyone loves tubular, and I'm really curious just to see what what this hack might have done with tubular. Actually, if I just for a laugh, let's carry this through the stage. Yeah, my absolute favorite stage? That's a good question in the original Mario World. See, yeah, I think this is normally bonus games. Yeah, this level's way shorter than in the original. But good question, the Jade Wizard. Thank you. Finished this game 2 days ago, says Marcus. Aha! I hope you're doing well. So yeah, this is the ROM hack where people tried to recreate it from memory. And I mean, if you played this exact version of it, then that's pretty cool too. I might be the first person to actually do a playthrough of this because it seems like kind of a joke hack. But at the same time, I'm taking it more seriously than I'm probably supposed to. But again, hopefully everyone else is enjoying it as well. We get Roy's Castle here. Roy's Castle is the one that has the block train here. Block train's not my favorite because it doesn't move. You don't move on your own. You have to kind of automatically jump around. Seeming kind of short as well. Shorter than the original, perhaps. Which is, fun times. But yeah, the diagonal fireballs are definitely a staple of this level, typically. And lots of jumping potobos. Which again, if the train was a little longer, would be a little easier to deal with. And you can barely see the falling spikes up there because the HUD gets in the way. But okay. So far. Aha, I knew they were going to do a tricky thing like that. Oh, man. Ah! Yeah, they put you into all these really tight kind of spaces. And they expect you to jump over a bunch of diagonal potobos and avoid the spikes and such. And I don't think this level even gives you a power-up, which is rather strange. Alright, so we gotta give this one another try then. But no power-ups at all this time, so no room to screw up. And again, when the Potobo kind of just appears out from the lava, it's like, hi, how was I supposed to know that was going to be there? Ah! Okay, so I should just fall down onto the brown bricks there. Gotcha. This is very small for this castle. You love that stage 2. Too bad Lunar Magic can't touch it. It would have totally made Chocolate Island 2. Elric Boogaloo. Well, you can mess with it a little bit. I think the problem is just that, actually, that's true. You can't even edit some of the side rooms. Yeah, that's a really strange one. I think you can load them if you enter, like, the direct address. But yeah, it's a really bizarre level for sure. But okay, this is what we want. This is what we want. Okay, so fair enough for that beginning part. Okay. Oh. You can't jump there at all. Even a tiny spin jump and you're smacking the ceiling there. It's hard-coded apparently, says the Jade Wizard. Right? Isn't that such a strange level? I think this castle is the hardest part of the game for you. Again, the fact that they don't even give you any sort of power-up at the beginning is very uncharacteristic of Super Mario World. Like, normally it'd be like, like a yellow switch block or something, at least at the beginning. This castle just really does not give you any leeway. Of course, the nice thing about Mario World is you can just go to another level, grab a power-up, and then start select out of it if you really wanted to. Give yourself a little bit of a boost. Again, I'll never understand why in modern games there's this trend of, like, you have to beat the level to save the stuff that you picked up in it. Where you look at a game like Mario World, and if I go into a level, get a mushroom, and then press start select, I keep it. Where if it was, again, you know, like Mario Wonder or something, there'd be a big message that says, make sure you remember that nothing you picked up will save if you quit. Right through the skull. Miles Luigi! And you're streaming for the lunch break. EU time zone, folks. What's been the most cursed level so far? Hilariously, Miles Luigi, probably this one. Yeah, I don't remember this level. Like, this doesn't usually give me trouble in the OG game. So what exactly is going on here? I can't exactly tell you. I think it's, again, it's just, it's more narrow, perhaps more diagonal potobos. And just not knowing where the, where things are going to come from is kind of the scariest part. Seems to be kind of consistent, though, at least. So, you know, we're kind of learning it. But remember, I don't have my 99 lives anymore, like we had last time we quit. And again, I can't even see the spikes up there because the numbers are in the way. You should make a hack that changes Chocolate Island 2 to this level sucks spelled out in coins, followed by a keyhole and the goal. That reminds me of Miles Luigi. Great that you're here. Super Mario World, no Chocolate Island 2. And Miles Luigi even made like a hilarious trailer for it. It was awesome. But yeah, when that level used to get dinged by the copywriter on YouTube, you know, you didn't want to play those auto-scrolling levels. And the credits was another one that always got dinged. In fact, the stream last night when we played Super Mario Universe, apparently one of the songs used in one of the levels was from like some Japanese idol group. And like, it doesn't, you know, it sounds like Super Mario World music. It doesn't actually sound like the literal song coming from these pop idols' mouths. But somehow it still got hit by the copyright claim thing. So now there's like a big smack on that stream. Thankfully you can still view it, so it's like, okay. But again, it's like, how does YouTube even pick up on that? It's crazy. I went too quick on that one. Yeah, so yeah, okay, let's get our Mario brain on here. And again, there's no coins or anything in this level, so it's like there's no chance to even accumulate more lives. I mean, I guess there's the Yoshi coins. We need to actually get to the end of the level before we have any chance on earning anything from those. Aha! Wow. Yeah, I don't blame anyone who says that this is like the worst part of the game for them. Again, I could go get a power-up to try and beat it that way, but I'm not giving up yet. I don't want to have to grind for freaking lives in Mario World, though. Like, forget this! Forget this! Hello, you got copyrighted when E1M2 played, when you played Doom maps on that level. Yeah, so like even things like that are getting copyrighted? That's crazy. Like, it's so annoying too. Like, you know, I do this whole like 3.5 hour stream, and you know, like one level has a bit of a song that sounds like some Japanese idol thing. And that has to, you know, it knocks your whole stream. It's not like, okay, just, you know, this little part of it now. It's like, no, you know, it's like, I don't know. YouTube is silly. Saying that's probably going to get me like totally banned or off it or whatever. But we had a good run. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Again, if the spikes just weren't covered by the HUD, it's hard for me to see when they're shaking up there. When all the numbers are in front of it. Oh, you see that? Oh, you can't jump. You can't jump in that section at all. But you see the diagonal guy coming at you, and you want to jump. You don't remember this castle being so bad, says the Jade Wizard. Yeah, I guess, you know, they did something to it. But yeah, it's not that bad. And I'm also kind of just sucking at it, too. I won't deny. I was in spin jump mode there. At least with Doom you can change the mini device. The hacksaw who made this perfectly recreated the frustration and sense of randomness, says True Seed. Wow, I don't even normally think about this level, so it's funny that, you know, today we've been having so much trouble with it. And when was the last time we saved? So we actually like really can't afford to to have a game over here. You have to replay the whole world. Well, I want my 99 lives back, darn it. I don't understand, you know, it would have been like one extra freaking byte in memory to save your lives in this game, or in like any game, like Donkey Kong Country. So why, you know, they would insist on sending you back to 5 every time, I don't know. Like, what's the first Mario game that actually saves your 1-ups? Like Sunshine, I think, does it. And I think Galaxy does it too, right? Wow, Chris A with the $2 super chat, midday stream, thank you. I'm happy that you're enjoying it. I hope that we're not stuck on this level for like the next hour here. Oh my gosh, oh no. All my claims of actually being decent at Mario games completely down the drain. Because of one freaking level at the end of World 5 of Super Mario World. Again, this isn't technically like OG Super Mario World. Although, you know, you could be fooled into believing such, but... Alright, let's see here. Okay. I think the part of the problem too is that the train is shorter than in the original. So, you know, that's gonna mess you up. Oh my gosh. I think the 1-up trick from Iggy's Castle number 1 still works. Iggy's Castle 1 has a 1-up trick? You've beaten this game dozens of times, you don't think you could even build all the levels from memory, you might even forget a couple. Pretty impressive, right? So it was a team of people who kind of came together and worked on it. I don't want to have to go farm for lives, so come on, let's get this. Let's get this on this try. So, you know, fair enough. Like, you know, there's probably some I could remember, then maybe some you could remember sort of thing. Like, what? Alright, where do we go for 1-ups, everybody? Where's the 1-up grinding spot in the original Super Mario World? I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you where I would normally go farm for lives in this game, because I never farm for lives in this game. I mean, the safest spot's obviously like the top secret area, all the way back there. Maybe it's time to start doing part of the Star World and get some lives from that? This is terrible. What a terrible freaking thing. And, you know, if I ended up bringing like a cape back or something, obviously that would help. I think the first time we got there, we did have a cape. I don't want to cheese it. I want to try and beat it the legit way. But yeah, the classic way of getting lives in this game is just to go to the ye old top secret area, grab Yoshi, and then go in and out like 40 times. So here we go. And again, they couldn't even like center that properly. Well, let's see what we got going on here. I need to read the comments to kind of mask my shame here. You can just stay on the fence and keep stomping the enemies. It chains. Oh, wait. But which enemies? Because, yeah, like in Mario World, in a swimming level, or if you're like holding onto a vine or something, as long as you don't touch the solid floor, it won't reset your sort of enemy combo. But where do enemies infinitely respawn in Iggy's Castle 1 that you can keep getting 1-ups? The Fence Koopas. But if you defeat a Fence Koopa once, why would it respawn? Again, Fence Koopas are weird enemies. Again, I think they show up twice in this game. They show up in Iggy's Castle and like Ludwig's Castle. And that's it. You can just leave and re-enter. Oh, okay. Interesting. Off the top of your head, Force of Illusion 1 with the cape, it's possible. Enemy combo wigglers. Isn't that also connected to that glitch though? With like the coin thing? But alright, hopefully 9. 9 more tries we can do it. I'm not grabbing the mushroom, we're doing it legit. Which way is faster? The top way faster? But yeah, top secret area generally is not too bad. There's not really a spot in Mario World though where you can just kind of throw a shell and wait for bullet bills to rack up lives like in Mario 3, or you know, a lot of ROM hacks will have that point where you can just hang on to the vine and and wait for the bullet bills to kind of add a bunch of lives to your counter. But okay, everyone. Let's pretend that never happened. And let's actually do this time. Again, if I had just done this level at the end of the last stream, we would have had all those lives. We wouldn't have had to do any silly grinding. Again, I'm blaming whoever didn't, save that bite to memory for some reason. Okay. Alright, good enough, fair enough. Now here's where I hate. Again, these spikes just throw me for a loop. This might be a new record. I can't tell on the ceiling if there's any spikes that are going to fall or not. That's right, it doesn't end after that. I don't need more lives at this point. Again, I don't know where Potobos are. Oh, no! You can't do that! You can't do that! Oh, I should have just ran, I guess. Oh. It doesn't pay to be careful. It doesn't. It doesn't. The second you look away, says the Jade Wizard. This was your fault then. I think the Spite Park was a little roomier in the original. Yes, definitely. Those sentient fireballs remind you of the... Oh, don't do that, True Seed. Hope you're having a nice day. Oh man, that was such a good run. And then I forgot that this castle doesn't end after the blockchain. There's got to be some jank freaking bridge part 2 where you can't even see the Potobos coming out. Okay, well that was funny, if nothing else, I guess. I mean, I am crying on the inside, but there's some hilarious there's some hilarity that goes along with that as well, I guess. Alright, here we go. Back to Spike Town. Again, it just seems to be that one part where I was, always jumping into the spikes partway through here. But if we can get by that, easy enough. That was just poor playing. Panicked a little bit. Alright, but yeah, once we get by Roy's castle, again, the last castle with the block train, maybe that one will be just as bad if they've shrunk the train and who knows what other shenanigans they've done. But yeah, let's not panic because of the diagonal fireballs. Can anything kill a diagonal fireball? I think last night in Mario Universe, we actually defeated one by sliding. Hilariously enough, sliding, there's a whole hierarchy here of like what's the strongest power in Mario World, and Cape is really high up there. Cape will defeat most things. Dry bones, like all these weird things that you normally wouldn't think. But sliding is the ultimate. Sliding can defeat Big Boo. Sliding can defeat Diagonal Fireball. Sliding's like right up there with the star, I guess. And sliding can even kill grinder saws. So it's really, really OP if you have something to slide on around. Okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. Okay. So what's the strat this time? Did we just rush it? I swear that disappeared before it actually went off screen. Yeah, it's a thing where it despawned. I thought it was going like down. When okay, it just disappeared while I was still standing on it. And again, that's another jump that they've made more difficult than in the original because they put a freaking lip on the ceiling there. Man, this castle really has it out for me today. It's funny because after this, the whole game's probably going to seem like super easy. This is going to be like the most difficult level in the whole game. I hope so, anyway. But look at this. We've kind of consistently gotten it down now. It's more a matter of I'm fighting myself, which tends to happen when you play a level for too long. You start to kind of mess up more than the level's actually kind of destroying you. Okay, here we go. Like, see, look how easy it was to get back to this point now. But okay, don't go down too far. Don't go down too far. Oh no, that's why there's no slopes in castles. So why is Bunny? There actually are the, there's the escalators, which are like castle slopes, right? I guess maybe I should hit that P-switch? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You go too fast, you hit a Podobo. You go too slow, you hit a Podobo. Isn't this like that nursery rhyme? There's gonna be like some middle ground that's just right. Normally, you know, in my ROM hacks or such, I like to put a coin or something to indicate where Podobos are. I mean, that's kind of the trick here, right, though? Is that obviously just how kind of random it is. I mean, the original game, too, like, it was kind of random at times, but I never remember it being this unforgiving. How come I could jump the first time just fine? Then you hit a photo right away, even if it was right. This is more tight than the final level in your unfinished horror ROM hack. Okay, here we go, here we go. Yeah, putting a diagonal Podobo in like a, you know, 32 pixel high corridor is very mean. Like right here. But thankfully we can kind of just skip past that one. Like, we're so close. And again, the fact that this level doesn't have a single power-up in it is crazy talk. No! I must have just hit, like, the side of that. Like, after everything else we've done in this game, I did not think Roy's Castle was going to be the one that we spend half an hour on. Like, we can beat, like, you know, 40 whole ROM hacks last night, and this is what gets me. Okay. Alright. Is there a Yoshi easily available in another level we could farm a couple lives from? Oh, we got so close, too. It's so sad. Like, there's the moons. And that's the thing about moons. Depending on how they're placed into the game, they don't respawn. So, like, you couldn't even just go farm moons. It depends on if they're placed directly through, like, the tile map thing, or if they're placed properly. It's another thing, too, with power-up blocks, depending on how they're placed. It can be set so that power-up blocks don't come back if you, like, leave the room and then go back in. But then, the way that most people place them, they will respawn. It's a weird kind of thing. Dragon Coins in Castle, that wasn't a thing until Advanced 2. So, why S Bunny? Is it not the case that some castles in the original Mario World had Dragon Coins, but some did not? Like, I could swear that in the original game, the 7th castle, for example, had some Dragon Coins. Where I know it was standardized in Advanced 2 that they all had Dragon Coins. But maybe I could be remembering that incorrectly as well. Just realized you haven't beaten the original Super Mario World. Welcome joining me today, podcast. I thought there was a castle or two that did have them, but that could be me confusing it with Mario Advance 2 in my head. Yeah, the most upsetting part about this is that this would happen, you know, after we lost our 99 lives from the last part. And, you know, we didn't even have enough time to kind of build up a nice life repository in this attempt before hitting this really, really silly level. Plus me playing really silly as well doesn't help the situation whatsoever. But to the person who recreated Roy 5's castle, know that you're on my enemy list now. Unless some of these people who remade these remember the Advanced 2 version more. That's true. I think it's just also fun putting dragon coins around, whether the original version had them or not. Again, I just wish that the original Mario World had a way to save which levels you had found them all in. I know that there are patches that can do that these days. I was about to say, I mean, hopefully someday we play a hack that uses it, but maybe not, because it can also be pretty unforgiving sometimes when a hack asks you to find 5 dragon coins. But alright, here we go. See, maybe that's our problem. Maybe if we try to collect all the dragon coins, you know, good things will happen. The dragon coins are also nice because they kind of give you a hint on just how close you are to the end of the level. So maybe that will, you know, give us the little extra push of motivation we need to see the end of this thing. But, you know, there's not going to be a checkpoint either. So we're going to get all the way to Roy just for him to kick our butts, too. But okay, here we go. Tried to go under. Levels in Super Mario Advance 2 are subtly different from Mario World. I remember one weird thing about Mario Advance 4, of all games, is like sometimes when there would be a single question mark block, they would put 2 instead. And that's very obvious in level 1-2, where that first block you jump on, that has a power-up in it at the beginning that you then use to get over the pipe that has the Goombas that come out of it. For some reason, they put 2 blocks there instead of just 1. And I was like, why? Why change that? But which Mario Advance 2 changes in particular are you thinking of, YS Bunny? That game, I don't remember them as much, but then it's been a while since I've played it too. Even though I did 100% it back in the day. Again, love that they you know, kept track of dragon coins and such in that version. But okay, here we go. Oh, I didn't even see that up there. Again, blocked perfectly by like the 96 at the top of the screen. I think some blocks were lowered due to screen size. Yeah, of course Mario Advance 2 also had that thing where like they raised the brightness of all the color palettes by a ton to make it easier to see on the Game Boy Advance. And that would be a consistent thing until Mario Advance 4, right? Or maybe Mario Advance 3 also did it. It's basically, once the Game Boy Player came out, some Game Boy Advanced games would include modes where if it realized it was being played on like a TV, it wouldn't wash all of the colors out because it realized that wasn't necessary for the television to do. Ah! Alright everyone, the stream's over. We'll come back tomorrow and try this again. No. I should just go get a power-up at this point. Why am I being so stubborn and playing this the hard way? Just imagine if we had like an extra hit or two that we could take. Would have been done this 3 years ago. And again, we had that the first time that we got here, but of course I lost it. Like a big doofus. Okay. Like, see, I want to jump over those guys all the time, but that's like the worst thing you can do. So ducking when you're small in Super Mario World Original does nothing. I don't think it changes the height of your hitbox at all. It just kind of makes you feel better about it. Oh, that last diagonal potable always gets me. Because it doesn't feel like it's timed right where you can run under it or you can jump over it. Joining me today, podcast. Wasn't there also cutscenes in the GPA Mario World that weren't in the original? There was a couple moments, like when you get all the exits. I think there's one where they're in like a hot air balloon. Of course, there's like a whole opening cutscene that wasn't in the original. I really want that coin. Just, I don't know why I want it, but I just really want it. Okay. hack should be rated as Kaizo for how difficult this level is. No, it's just me mainly kind of sucking at it. Okay, let's see. Because of like, I need to look at the replay of this. Because of where the block train is, I guess if I had stayed at the very front of the train, maybe I would have gone under the guy. Okay, so that would be the strat next time, is I always want to hold back and look for the opening, but you have to rush that one. My goodness. I wonder if they have Star Worlds, says Daniel. Super Mario Advance, where they changed the Venus Fire Plant to a regular... Oh, really? I don't know if I noticed that one. That's just like such like a weird change. Whoever sees that. Okay, here we go. I really don't want to have to farm again. If I had just had my 99 lives from last time. So where's the one that I have to rush it? This one? No, it's the next one. Like that time I rushed it and it still happened! Alright. 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 You win. You win game. Random question, did I ever play that Flash game Unfair Mario? No, I don't think I've played that one. Back in the day, you know, I'd play some Flash Mario games on the computer before I discovered ROM hacks. Or maybe around the time I discovered ROM hacks. You know, another way to kind of play, you know, custom levels of your favorite games was just Flash games that people had put together. But they usually didn't have the best physics, and they'd have other jank to go along with them. Ugh. Roy's Castle, why? Why you gotta do this to me, Roy's Castle? And again, the fact that even when it looks like we've had good runs, and then you still get to that part where Potobos just jump out of the lava, and there's like, no way to know. No way to know where they are. Random question. Okay, no, we answered that one. But yeah, so we're gonna get a couple more lives, and if we don't beat it this time, the stream will be unlisted. We'll pretend it never happened. No, I'm just kidding. What's my most embarrassing stream moment? Actually, maybe we shouldn't think about that. I remember way back. Who remembers my random game of the day series? Where I think we played Super Mario USA, and I was just having a really, really horrible day of Mario playing. Where I think I did like the first 3 worlds, and I just kept dying at the end of World 3 and had to keep replaying it and replaying it. So you know, we all have bad days sometimes, I guess. And of course, you know, today would happen to be that day. But all right, last try. This is it. This has got to be it. Because I think we've seen it all, really. We've got to that end bridge, and after that bridge, I'm pretty sure that's the end. So we just need to not die to the Podobo Bridge of Doom after the Podobo train block train of Doom, and we'll be golden. You know, Mario, a lot of people who think Kaizo Mario and Unfair Mario when it comes to difficult games for Mario. So yeah, there's a lot of Kaizo hacks out there these days. And it's funny, is it's a lot different than when, you know, I was big into Mario World ROM hacking, and Kaizo hacks were kind of looked down upon. Where now Kaizo hacks like a big thing, and everyone plays them. It's weird. All right, all right. Does Cat Mario count? Says the Jade Wizard. Cat Mario from good old 3D World. And Cat Mario also was in the 3D World mode of Mario Maker 2, of course. Like I want the dragon coins at this point too, but like it's impossible to do that because of where it's placed. It's still not get hit by the Podobo. Ugh. The person who made this level is evil. Watch, it was SNN. SNN getting back at me all these years later. All right, forget this. it just feels like such an unwinnable situation with that Podobo, where if you go quick, because it lands like right in the middle. I wonder if I can scroll the screen. Okay, maybe this is the trick the whole time. Maybe if I do this, everything will load earlier. Don't forget, yeah, the L and R buttons exist on this controller. I kind of forgot. I've been so busy thinking about everything else. Maybe this is it. Oh god, that made that Podobo even worse. Okay, maybe in the second half of the level, that's the trick. This is nasty though. Or maybe. I don't know. Maybe we don't want to mess with it right now. But I'm thinking maybe once we get to the second half, I'll scroll the screen forward and we'll see if that can kind of, you know, de-time the Podobo and help us out a little bit. Oh man. Why do people keep calling it Cat Mario? That's really confusing. Why? What are people calling Cat Mario? Kaizo hacks have been introducing new tricks and such. Yeah, like Kaizo hacks have come a long way from the kind of jokes that they used to be, where it was just floating munchers all over the place. You know, they're actually like presentable now and look half decent. The Super Mario World has this massive obsession with cutoff. If anything's ever cut off, everyone gets super mad, and you know, that's kind of used to be one of the characteristics of Kaizo hacks, was they'd have cutoff and, you know, just have random stuff placed everywhere to make a difficult level, where now things look a lot nicer and more professional. It's like, whatever. Personally, if I'm playing a fan-made Mario thing, I don't care if it looks like the freaking Picasso. But I guess that's just me. Yeah, I don't like this. Maybe I scrolled it too soon. Ooh, ugh. Okay, this is gonna be really bad, isn't it? Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna. We have 200 seconds. I'm gonna scout this out. Okay. Oh my gosh! Oh, finally! Finally! Thank you! Someone needs a Mario 1 version of Cat Mario. Yeah, we free boy, says the Jade Wizard. Thank you so much. Now, this was always the funniest cutscene when I was a kid. You'd be like, oh man, whoa, hijinks ensues. Laughing all day. They should have rewrote these messages as well. Unless they did, but that's pretty accurate, I think, considering. Okay, finally though, out of World 5. I did not expect World 5 to take an hour. Half an hour of that probably just being that one level. But thank you all for your patience. I appreciate it. But now, back to normality here. Let's see just how much I'm going to screw up on these levels. Is there a moon hidden somewhere? I wonder. Alright, already losing Yoshi and all that. Fair enough. These guys were causing me trouble in that other ROM hack we played as well. But hey, let's do this. Let's try and get some combos going on here. There we go. That's what we want. That'll be a good way to rack some lives back up. So this level is really strange in Lunar Magic if you look at it, where you go inside this pipe here. Maybe at some point. I think there's like a diagonal pipe that shoots you to another area. At some point, anyway. I thought that that was this level, but maybe I'm wrong. No, see, here it is. Where for some reason the screen that you get shot out to is that how this works? I'm not sure if that pipe leads you to a room that looks like this in the original. Yeah, now this room is actually okay. Is actually a different one. So that's actually a funny moment because I guess it's made by memory. They didn't place that Koopa in the right spot. And I did a good Yoshi jump there, but he did a spin jump somehow instead of a normal jump, which is kind of strange. But But yeah, the room that pipe shoots you to is not the same room that we're in now, even though it looks like it should be. Just a weird quirk of the original game for whatever reason. Alright, so I guess we're now I don't have Yoshi as like a backup. Am I actually gonna land on the Koopa this time? Okay, there you go. Ugh. Has anyone seen the Not Roy's Castle song? Mario got acme'd. Alright, now do a blindfolded, says joining me today podcast. Roy went bleh. I know what you're talking about YS Yoshi. Or YS Bunny. So I did that yesterday too when we were talking about Yoshi's Island. I apologize for butchering the name there. And we still got that extra high floor in the bonus room. This game is not perfect by any means. Hello, Astafu, but you can easily think of the horrors you would construct trying to recreate this game from memory. True enough, right? True enough. Okay, Choco Ghost House, the one with Fishing Boo, the one appearance of Fishing Boo, and the floors that do the thing there. But okay, hopefully we can get by this without too much trouble. Boo Ring's always fun. He's got to wait like 4 years for them to spin around. Maybe they forgot to put Fishing Boo, and wouldn't that be sad? Wow, they really didn't put Fishing Boo, and that's strange. I mean, again, you know, if that's something that they wanted to forget to put in, I won't complain too much. Fishing Boo's always kind of really annoying. Alright, so we need to get up to that door. Normally you gotta kind of lure a block Boo to get up on that. But alright, you know, I won't complain if we can beat a couple levels fairly easily. Trying to think of what level you would create best from memory. What is it? Star Road 2 is probably like the shortest level in the game. You got a nickel every time Andrew has failed a clutch today. You'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Yeah, not my best day, I guess, but we're on with the show regardless. Speaking of which, here's this level. I wonder if this level like wasn't edited because of previously discussed things. Yeah, this level seems pretty identical to the OG. It's also a pretty intricate, structure of platforms at the beginning there. Would have been interesting to see someone have to try and recreate. But otherwise, yeah, this is looking pretty samey, I think. Don't worry, YS Bunny. Hopefully, that epic clutch moment is coming up in the future. I think this is the room with the key. Yes, it is. Alright, so we found the secret exit anyway. Now we just need to get the normal one. Now there's a whole weird looping thing I think you normally do to get to the pipe in the original. Where in this version it's just here's a basic line leading you to the pipe. Beautiful. Oh no, not that. Not that. Not that. Oh. Yeah, it's not my day. If I had any kind of sense, I would just stop the stream now before anything really disastrous happens. But that's not how we do it here. You missed the previously discussed reason. Sorry, the previously discussed reason of what? You know, I talk about like 40 things a minute, so it's not your fault. It's me for not having any clue what I was talking about 3 seconds ago. Now, again, I don't want to accidentally end up in that same room again. We don't need the secret exit again. Okay, I think this one's different. This is the bubble one? No, this is the dinosaur one, apparently. Oh, I will take that. Probably could have got some 1-ups by bouncing on all of those guys, too. Alright, here we go. One last clutch jump before the end. And we did it. Whoa! Now this, I don't think, is this bad in the original. Oh, come on. They couldn't have had, like, one more for a 1-up? Go now! Joining me today podcast. Yeah, so joining me today podcast, I did an interview with him last year, I believe it was. And we talked about my... Yeah, it happened after my video where I sent Nintendo a letter. and we just talk about some of the stuff I've worked on. So definitely check out the Joining Me Today podcast channel if you want to see an interview with me. But let's do the chocolate secret here. It's kind of always been a weird level, and I think this gap is much bigger in this version than it was in the original. Much more room for error when jumping across that, but we don't need any more of that. Let's just get out of here before disaster strikes. I think this is normally a useless bonus room in the original game. Well, yeah, there's just like really not much going on here. I don't even think there's a dragon coin in it in the original game. That is a new feature of this ROM hack. Yeah, that was great. I think there's a checkpoint in the original version, which seems to be removed here. Now, sliding down this... Okay, like, see, this is definitely a case where you're gonna fall into those munchers if you don't correct. And then you know, the joke will be like, haha, made from memory, but I don't trust it at all. Alright, and then this is like the cheese block room with layer 2. It's kinda odd. So far, so good, though. We're getting steeper, though. I don't like that. Yeah, layer 2 in Mario World. It's not used too often, but it's always kind of interesting when it is. Yeah, it's kind of nasty. Oh my god! So you need, like, a real sprint, then, to do that properly. Fair enough. This time we won't take the secret pipe and see what we missed originally. Probably not much. Oh wow, okay, we missed a green block? I'll take that. Yeah, the normal path is way better. Oh, there's even a midpoint and everything that you miss if you take the upper path. That's funny. So yeah, why you would ever go up there, I guess, unless you're collecting all the dragon coins. Mario has hands. That was so fun last night. But okay, here we go. I can read the chat while we're sliding down this thing. You want to rename Chocolate Secret to Kinder Surprise Egg in my hack? Are Kinder Surprise eggs still banned in the US? Isn't that so silly? You have all the things to be worried about. An egg with a plastic egg inside. You see, we could solve all of our problems if we just fly over this. See, that's you know, problem solving there. Actually, was that even the one? No, it's this one that I think we made it to. There we go. And that's how close we were to the end. Typical. They changed them into some really strange Choco Dunk thing over here. It's really meh. Oh, weird. Like, yeah, I had a Kinder Surprise recently. I used to love them when I was a kid. Obviously, they don't have quite the same appeal anymore. The chocolate's okay. And I mean, the toys don't even really hold up to how they used to be. But alright, so we're gonna have to beat this level twice anyway. This level, I believe, doesn't normally scroll upwards, and it normally has pipes that kind of reach down from the top. So, you know, it's not normally possible to kind of just cheese past it like we are right now. But if, you know, the author... Oh, there's that pipe I'm talking about. But yeah, I was gonna say, if the author kind of wanted us to have that option, then I won't complain. Seems like a really freaking long level, though. Considering we flew over that much, and it's still not over? It's almost as if we weren't going anywhere at all. That's really strange. So the gimmick between with this level is that it's much like Butter Bridge in that you're supposed to go under the goal and do some stuff down there. This is also the level where you can create that really weird color palette glitch by getting the goal without scrolling the screen upwards. But alright, so the reason I beat it like that the first time is so that we can play it legit the second time. Because there's no reason to play it legit twice. But alright, so let's see. What did we fly over the first time? Alright, we got some spinning platforms with Koopa Troopas. Fair enough. But yeah, it felt like we did a lot of flying, and yet we didn't really skip much. So. Alright, just pretty typical. The midway point to another cape. I think I'll take that. You'll know that we're back to where we flew to before, because it was where the first kind of long pipe appeared. But yeah, otherwise this level is just jumping from spinning platforms. And yeah, so I think it was here. Can we go up this pipe? I think there was a bonus game in this level, in the original. Don't think I can go up that one, though. Maybe this one? Nope. Well, I'm just really bad at entering pipes today, which would go well in hand with, you know, being bad at everything today. But I guess we all have all have days like that sometimes. So yeah, so then, you know, the normal exit's up there. And then there's the secret exit, where you kind of fly here. Like that. Kinder Surprise Egg is a joke about how it has a secret inside the chocolate. Alright, so there you go. That's the proper exit there. And is the Chocolate Fortress normally this early on in the world? Maybe. Because I know there's still 2 levels after this. Okay, so maybe that makes some sense. Yeah, so this fortress is a really interesting one. Where you get lots of these poker things, lots of thwomps, thwimps, and an interesting assortment of enemies in this level. I always quite liked it. And so far I'm liking it much more than Roy's Castle. I mean, it's already given us a power-up, making it like 3 times nicer than Roy's Castle at least. Roy's Castle just being such a weird anomaly and how difficult it was for some reason. I'm trying to do some funky stuff here. And it will probably be our downfall, but at least we had fun. And here's where all the thwomps get introduced. One cool thing about this room normally in the original is that a lot of the thwomps are kind of switch palace based, where they'll be blocked from moving if you got certain switch palaces. And that's not something you see too much of throughout the rest of the game, so I kind of like it. See, like, yeah, like that guy, right? Or like that guy. It's always funny when you see the switch palaces kind of, you know, change the difficulty of the game a little. And there you go. compared to Roy's Castle, that was nothing. And now to fall into the lava. Alright, it decreases difficulty. Yeah, right? I wish that, you know, the modern games would bring back the switch palaces. Like, you know, they always want to kind of find ways to balance the difficulty for different players. Well, that'd be the perfect way to do it. Put the switch palaces in there, and then, you know, people who want to can hit them, and people who don't want to can skip them if they wish. I'm someone who always hits the switch palaces just because it's so fun to press buttons. I could never imagine playing through Mario World without hitting them. But, you know, that option is there if you want a little bit more of a challenge for sure. But yeah, look at the roll we're on now that, you know, Roy's Castle is far into the distance here. Yeah, this is like the weirdest secret room, right? How do you even get in there in this version? Like, I'm intrigued, but like, weird. Love it. Well, that was a kind of a neat thing we had going on there for a second. This level also has the really interesting bonus room where, like, you hit a P-switch and then you fall, and then depending on when you start falling, you'll hit, like, a different level. Like, it's probably up there, right? Oh, maybe not. So this is probably, like, the exit. Yeah, the entrance, I think, was somewhere. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that yet. Maybe they didn't put it in? They had to. It has to be here somewhere. Yeah, down there. Oh, and the P-switch is in one of these, I think. There it is. The rare bone tiles, yes. So you do like this. And then, yeah, depending on where you end, that's the prize you can take. So like, I know there's one that I think has like 5 1-ups or something. Oh, well, not in this version apparently. But in the original, it's just a very fascinating bonus game. But yeah, rare bone tile. Absolutely. You can outright defeat the level in Lunar Magic with a shortcut button. You're curious to see how exactly this gets remade from memory when it is explicitly a modification of the original. So what you can do, I think it's like Control Shift Delete or something. I know there's a key combo you can press in Lunar Magic that just it deletes the whole level. And then I guess, you know, you could create it from memory from there. But I'm assuming that's how they would have done it, probably. Like, I wonder if they had a look at the level in Lunar Magic first, deleted it, and then remade it? Or if they just, like, deleted it, and then it was outright, okay, remake it, you know, based on the last time you played, even if that was 10 years ago, sort of thing. So this level's a weird one, right? It has a silver P-switch hidden in the sky. I think Miles, Luigi, and I discussed this as well during our Let's Play, although it doesn't look like it was included here. Like, I know there was a silver P-switch somewhere, and then you can get a whole bunch of lives from all these spinies, I think. What's down this pipe again? Is this a bonus thing? Yes, okay. Now, it's really hard to do the trick we've discussed in previous videos when you're riding Yoshi here, where if you hit the side of the block with your cape, the left side, it will be the circle symbol every time. Again, why that happens, I don't know, but I'm not going to complain about it. In before I accidentally... Oh, look, it didn't work that time. I jumped too high and we lose Yoshi somehow. Yeah, again, Yoshi's messing me up here a little bit. Huh. Yeah, I always thought there was one somewhere, YS Bunny. Look at all those. I wanted to try and do something funky with that, but instead we lost our dinosaur, which honestly, he was more of a nuisance than anything. So here we go. Mario no longer restricted to, you know, having to worry about that dinosaur guy. And again, I thought that level went on for longer than that, but oh well. Don't take this guy to the casino, says True Seed. Alright, and with that, we got Windy's Castle. Let's see if this one goes better than Roy's Castle. My bet is that it will. I think this one kind of focuses on grinder saws and crusher things. So we'll see how we deal with that. And we'll see if this level actually gives you a power-up or not. Yeah, like, again, I don't understand why Roy's Castle is so anomally hard. Anomaly? You know what I'm talking about. Wow. You know, and then I can also play like that. Maybe it wasn't difficult at all. I just don't know how to play video games today. Sounds like a plausible argument. But they are the first, I think, crushers we've hit in this game. Not aside from Crushy Guy. So, or Stompy Thing. So cut me a little bit of slack as we adapt here. Also, I think there's more grinders here than there are in the OG. But yeah, see, like, we're already back to a mushroom in my castle level? I don't believe it. But see, taking your time is what, like, the smart people do. Except, you know, it's much more fun not taking your time. Look at all these grinders. Now, I think with this gray block, it has one of those one-up things around it. But okay. In the original, anyway, of course. Now this, I believe, is a little more intense than the original. But alright, checkpoint time. Now, what's the second half of this level look like? Oh, Sparkies. Well, I don't even ever think about this half of the level. I only ever think about the first half. I like the slowdown, too. Like, that's pretty intense. Alright, not too bad. And it just kind of keeps going for some reason. Now, the windy fight is a lot like the World 3 one. Except this one's completely flat, which I think makes it easier than the other one. So it's weird that, you know, this one shows up 3 worlds later, and yet it's the simpler one. You know how they changed the look of those giant spike things in Mario Maker? Now that you mention it... Yeah, I completely agree. So it's really funny seeing them go back and create, like, sprites for enemies that weren't originally in Mario World. Like, I think it's come out later that there actually was beta Hammer Brothers sprites made for Mario World, but, you know, Hammer Brothers, aside from the flying one, never appeared in the final game. So when they made Mario Maker, they had to redraw new Hammer Brothers sprites for some reason instead of just using the old unused ones. And it's like, they kind of fit, but not really. And the same goes for, like, creating, you know, desert-themed music for Mario 1 or something. It's like, this does not sound like a song that would have been in Mario 1 at all back in the day. So yeah, I agree that when they tried to create, you know, classic-looking elements in the modern day, it comes out with questionable success at times, for sure. But alright, that takes us to the Sunken Ghost Ship, which, even though it's not in the Valley of Bowser, I guess it's technically considered the first level of World 7? But yeah, after World 5 took us way too long, World 6 wrapped up pretty nicely. Just, again, me forgetting how to play video games there for a couple of minutes. So this... Can we cheese anything here at all? If we, like, swim under the boat, did the developer put like, a super secret hideout or something? See, that's what I would have done. There definitely would have been a warp under there. It's like a super secret bonus room. That may or may not have had an exit. Force the player to reset for exploring. And another weird thing is that I think every single underwater level in the original Mario world starts with you exiting from a pipe. Because there is... in like the way that the level starts, you know, one of the level entrances, you know, there's like just stand there normally or exit from pipe, and then there's exit from pipe water level version. And I guess that's why they did that, but you can also have a water level that doesn't start from exiting from a pipe, so... And weird that they did that for the original game. But you're not restricted to such things if you're making your own Mario World levels these days. So yeah, this level, it's kind of just you swim forward a lot with Boo showing up from time to time. And you get the Boo wheel. So is that why Boo has a merry-go-round in Mario 64? Because of these guys? Like, I never understood what, you know, Ghost House, the merry-go-round. It's just because merry-go-rounds are creepy or something, but you wonder if that inspired that at all. And then there's this room here where you just fall a whole bunch, and there's sometimes things to grab along the way. I'm curious, you know, how accurately they would have created this. I was gonna say, where's the coins? There's definitely supposed to be coins in this room somewhere. And then those falling spike balls that appear like one other time in Yoshi's Island 4, right? And there you go! It's simple enough. Chris, yes, yes, YS Bunny from Link to the Past. And there we go. We've seen it from the other sides. Now we're finally down into the main part of Valley of Bowser. So I think it's crazy. Kid 100% in Mario 64. Game is hard. Yeah, Mario 64 is so much fun, especially the 100%. Great game. Those actually fly like that, bro. When you get enough of them together. Oh, I didn't know that, True Seed. Thanks for updating me there. So yeah, this level is a really strange one. And I would never be able to recreate this from memory. It would be a guess at best. All these different splitting paths with mega moles and stuff everywhere. The most notable thing about this level is that there's a moon in it somewhere, but otherwise there's no secret exit or anything, so like there's not that much reason to ever replay this level once you've beat it once. But it is kind of an interesting maze. And let's see how what we can discover hidden in here, for example. Anything worth seeing up there? Not really. We don't need the checkpoint. The checkpoint that showed up like 3 seconds after the level began. Let's see if we can find the moon, though. Did they remember to put the moon back in? I guess the one reason you would play this level more than once is in the advanced version to find all of the dragon coins. I remember doing that back in the day. That's definitely like the most I've ever actually played this level. Like, yeah, I don't see any of the secrets with the moon and stuff. Because I think the trick to this level normally is that the exit isn't actually at the far right. It's kind of, you know, 3/4 the way through or something. But yeah, definitely feel like there were a couple elements lacking there in the recreation. The Jade Wizard, right? I'd be curious to find out more about that as well. Again, I'm curious if anyone else has ever actually played through this entire version of the game. So if anyone wants to get in touch with the, the people who worked on it and let them know that someone was crazy enough to do it, don't be afraid. Also been thinking of getting in touch with the person who created, Mario Universe and letting them know that I had a lot of fun with their hack. Again, that room was shorter than it used to be. I feel like the levels are getting shorter. This is definitely wrong. Yeah, so the wings are weird. Maybe we should try and do the wings once just to see, what happens in this hack. It's not going to go too high, is it? Okay. As a kid, I got destroyed by this part of the game so many times. I was just really not good at it. Kept getting crushed by everything. This feels a little easier in this version, though. I feel like the paths aren't as unforgiving here. I don't know why I'm getting the dragon coins when I've, already, I think, missed one or two. Like, yeah, that was definitely easier in this version. But the fun part is that we're going to have to do it again unless the secret exit is moved. Which it looks like it has not. Okay, don't accidentally go off the edge, please. Thank you. Now you can see that says the Jade Wizard. Alright, I guess we'll do the normal exit on this one. I like how those swoopers, like there's no actual ceiling, so they're not actually even hanging on to anything. Up there. But fair enough, that was simple. And we get to do this room again. Which, yeah, normally in the original, there's like a stairs kind of thing behind the pipe. And I always remember there was a secret cape block up there. Which always made me really happy, because who does not want more capes in Super Mario World? So one of my most successful videos on my channel was a couple of years ago. I was going to say years ago. I think it was 2020 when the Mega Leak happened. And I made a video about some Mario beta stuff that came out. Where there was originally going to be like Mario wearing a helmet. And it looked like originally Mario World was going to have a circus theme, just like how Mario 3 kind of has a theme of a play going on where all the the objects have bolts in them and look like they're made out of wood and stuff. You can kind of see like the shadow behind them from the spotlight. It looked like at one time Mario World was maybe going to be circus themed with some of the graphics and the sprites and stuff. And that would explain the Koopa clown car, right? Before they eventually just scrapped that idea altogether. But it's interesting to think about. And you have to wonder why they changed their mind on that. The unused blue swooper, says Wise Bunny. Is that the one that spawns like a bunch of them? You love beta content, says the Jade Wizard. Yeah, definitely check out that video that I did if you haven't seen that one. But yeah, I agree. Beta content is so fascinating. I always love learning about how things were in development. And one thing I always do after I beat an NES game, for example, is I go to the cutting room floor and see what might have been taken out or how things might, vary from region to region. Always fun to see that sort of stuff. Yes, the Jade Wizard. Exactly, exactly. Okay, fair enough. Could have been better, but it could have been worse. So now I guess we'll do the Valley Fortress. So when we eventually do Bowser's Castle, I guess we'll do the front door. But of course the back door is always fun too. Kind of get to skip all that stuff. This is one of the tougher parts of the game. And we saw Crushers in the last castle, but this is where Crushers kind of get upped by 1,000 here, difficulty-wise. And that was a perfectly timed Potable, of course. Potable, one of the things that the cape cannot destroy. One of the few things. Whoa, did you see that? Why is it glitching out? Oh, it's because this is right on the border of where the layer 2 generator starts. Right. That was funky to see. Because that's how, yeah, so like, what I'm talking about when I say layer 2, you get the normal foreground, that's layer 1, and then you get a separate foreground layer called layer 2, and you can put things like the Crushers on it, and then have that layer move independently of layer 1. So as you see, foreground normally layer 1, spikes layer 2, and then you can have a sprite that says, okay, layer 2 smash, which means it goes like, crushes down and then goes back up again, and there's different speeds that can be at, like this is a little bit faster than it was earlier. And so what was happening is that Crusher was kind of put on a seam between where the crushing generator started. And by going back and forth between that seam, it caused kind of a graphical glitch there. And when you have layer 2 in Mario World, you can't have a proper background. You have to have a layer 3 background, which is why instead of a more detailed castle background, you kind of just get those windows on black there. Unlike the more detailed castle stuff you'll see in other levels. But okay, this is kind of a weird timing. Works. I don't know if that's what they intended, but anyway, that's your crash course in Super Mario World knowledge for the day. Let's hope we don't have to beat that again. Yeah! Removed from Super Mario World Central, says YS Bunny. And the Yoshi's Island beta is wild. It wasn't even a Yoshi game at first. Yeah, I remember seeing that. The Jade Wizard. I've asked that question my whole life. Like, it would have made so much sense for the red blocks to have fire flowers in them. Just like the green ones have a cape and the yellow ones have mushrooms. Definitely a missed opportunity that has never made any sense to me. Yeah, it's a joke we have, the Jade Wizard, because there was that graphical kind of distortion there. And anytime that a Mario World ROM hack is not 100% perfect, it doesn't deserve to be uploaded to the sacred grounds of Mario World Central, according to the mods. But okay. So this level is always kind of a weird one. And it's weird having a cape here, but then you start flying instead of just running normally. I think normally the exit is like the second one from the end, right? Oh, a moon in this level. That's not normal. But I think this is the exit. Yes. It's only a 1-up in the original game. But of course, we're not done with that level. It has a secret exit, so let's get back in there. Is Yoshi's Island a Mario game? Well, in North America, it had the subtitle Super Mario World 2. So I mean that kind of confirms that. But of course, in Japan, it was not called Mario World 2. They just for some reason thought that here we wouldn't figure it out. I guess it was a Mario game unless they put that on there. But okay. So where's the secret exit again? Like, I know where it is, but I forget what doors you have to go into to actually get to it. Can I get that moon, though? I kind of really want the moon. Yay! Now, if we go in this door, what happens? Okay, it brings us here. I think we can go back here and get this. And then we want to go into this room. Okay. Oh my gosh, I did not actually mean to do that. I've never done that before. I didn't, like, how did I even duck while I was in midair? That was so strange. I'm taking this P-switch with me. I'm gonna double grab. Wow, okay. Well, that was fun. That secret exit was murder for me as a kid. I just could not figure that one out, how to get up there properly. You can't spell today, apparently? Well, it's better than me, the Jade Wizard, who can't play video games today, apparently. Now, this is a strange level. This is one that, you know, I think it's easily forgotten amongst all the others in the Valley of Bowser. And if you look in Lunar Magic, to the left of this level on the overworld map in, like, the, you know, the OG game, what the heck happened there? There is actually a red switch palace to the left of it, indicating that maybe at some point, you know, this level would have had a secret exit that led to the red switch palace. It wouldn't have been in World 3. It would have been saved for later into the game. And then that's an interesting thought. The implications of a switch palace being saved for a little later. Unlike in the final game where they, you know, they all appear relatively early. I guess, you know, World 5 for, I don't think that this platform spawned last time. I think that's what happened. I could be making that up, but I also might not be. The stream will answer all. But yeah, you know, having a switch palace not show up until the last world is kind of an interesting thought. And that would also mean that, you know, technically you're supposed to have all the switch palaces before you reach the special world. Now, you know, we can all find ways to get around that. But it does seem like it was kind of the intended way to get there. So that would mean that you really couldn't, you know, do the special world until you'd pretty much beat the game then. But alright. And that's it. Okay. Yoshi's Island was originally going to be subtitled Super Mario Bros. 5, says Wise Bunny. Hello, Retro Mickey! Looks like you missed a lot. Don't worry, most of what you missed was just me failing at Roy's Castle for like half an hour. Hopefully no one goes back and watches that. And for those who do, I apologize. But welcome, hope you're having a nice day. Yeah, the changed music is very nice. Alright, Valley of Bowser 4. This is the one with the digging guys, I think. Yep, it is. And good old fireballs here. And it has like a weird... Oh, those guys sink? I thought they came back up as long as you didn't stand on them too long. Whoops! Hello, Blue Hedgehog Man! Yeah, it's always great to see you in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you've been doing well. I hope all of you are having great days. Again, these afternoon Mario World streams are always fun. I mean, I say that as this is like the second one, but I think there'll be more to come from here since everyone seems to have a good time with them. Now, Chucks are just like the worst enemy in Mario World. Oh man, there's a ceiling? I can't... There doesn't even look like there's a ceiling! He's got to imagine that there's a ceiling there, I guess. Oh, it's good to hear, Retro Mickey. Glad you're having a nice day. Alright, again, let's actually try this time. This is... I definitely think this is different from how the actual level starts. Again, like, how am I supposed to know what's going on up there? So this is a weird side area that actually, I think, takes you back. Yeah. Like, you can get an item or two in here and maybe a dragon coin. But otherwise, it's more of a punishing room than anything. I also don't think it's lava in the original. I think it's water, so that makes this even more difficult. We're getting much more abstract at this point. I'm gonna jump and they're gonna come up. You know, as, you know, what constitutes recreating. And I predicted that as the game went on, you know, that would happen. Where are we even? Yes, you gotta bring Yoshi here. Okay, okay, fair enough. Since it's not Roy's, we thought we'd make it our castle. If you could pick a level to live your life in, which level would I pick? Oh, that's gotta be top secret area of the Jade Wizard. Got like a lifetime supply of everything you need. If that counts as a level, which I mean, it doesn't really have a goalpost, so maybe you wouldn't count it as a level. More of like a secret area, I guess, what you would call it. Okay, so do they still give you Yoshi in this level, assuming that I don't take the pipe? I think Yoshi's like up here, right? Oh, maybe there is no Yoshi given to you then. So I might just have to bring a Yoshi in from the outside world? What? How was I supposed to know that was going to happen? Alright, well, let's go get Yoshi then. Where is a Yoshi that you can even get? Yoshi hasn't shown up for a long while. I think he was in Chocolate 5, right? Oh, there's the purple. There's the gray piece which I was talking about earlier. Did it despawn or something? Weird. But yeah, Yoshi, isn't he around here somewhere? Or maybe, no, that's right. He was in the block. I don't even know what I got hit by. He was in the block at the beginning, I think. Everything just coming to get me here. Alright. You have no idea where you would live, to be honest. Mandy made a great vid on what game would make a great place to live. I mean, Animal Crossing would probably be a good one, right? Just, you know, if you want a more average life. Legend of Zelda could be pretty exciting. The world of Mega Man, where everything is taken over by robots, also one to consider. I mean, Star Tropics is literally just the 90s. Like, that is just it. Like, I would live in Star... darn it, I can't even get Yoshi up here, can I? Actually, if we do the pipe, we could get him over there. But yeah, honestly, that's my game. If I had to live in one game, Star Tropics. Just take me back to the 90s. Before everything was cell phones and the internet. Sounds good to me. Otherwise, it's just like a completely normal world. I guess aliens exist in Star Tropics, so that could cause problems, but as long as you have a yo-yo, you shouldn't, you know, things shouldn't be too bad. But okay, that's how you play that game, and there you go. And that is the final Star Road. So we're going to do one more level. We're going to do Larry's Castle, and then it's Star World time. So again, Larry's Castle is another block train level. Will this one go better than the last one? Maybe they just forgot to put the block train in. That would, I would not complain about that. But okay. So far, so good. Again, I'm not seeing any Potobos, and that makes all the difference. Like, Spike Ball Chain, that's predictable enough that I'm not going to complain. It's the Potobos that get me. Both the diagonal and vertical variety. Of course, the train does suck a little, though, because it's like, you know, you never know when it's going to turn or go who knows where. I'm not going to celebrate yet. It could easily go back down or something, but yeah. It's like, this doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, okay, we're not done yet. Now, do we stay on it like you do in the original, and there's actually like a secret checkpoint down here? And it's still here in this version. So see, I thought that even in the original there was dragon coins down here, but I might be thinking of the advanced version. But yeah, like that is hilariously easy compared to Roy's Castle. Oh man, Roy's Castle just so like out of hand for no reason. Oh, I was hoping it would kind of just go over me. Wow, that is a mean setup. Like, we could probably despawn the Thwimp, but... oh, barely fit. What? When does that guy turn around like that? Well, we got a checkpoint, so I won't complain too much. Am I playing this ROM hack on actual hardware? Hey, we get life profit as well. Yes, I am playing it on actual hardware. This is being played on an EverDrive on the Super Nintendo. And I like playing all my ROM hacks and games and everything on the OG hardware, except for, as we found out yesterday, there are some that seem to not like working on OG hardware, despite the fact I thought that was something Super Mario World Central bragged about these days, is that, you know, everything's supposed to be real hardware compatible. And I definitely don't think that, you know, that first place entry should have been first place in that questionable level design contest if it wasn't real world, you know, real hardware compatible. I thought that was supposed to be a requirement these days. Well, I'm just hitting everything because it's kind of fun. Just kind of smash your way through. Hey, since when does your thing go through the floor like that? So it can be like a yellow Koopa, a thwimp, a coin, or a mushroom, I think. I should have used that shell to like break this wall. It's lots of yellow Koopas. I wonder if they changed the rate or something. I don't remember it being that bad when it came to the yellow Koopas. Like, yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness. Whoa, whoa, all right, don't forget about the Potobos. No! I just cannot win today. I cannot win. Magic Koopa's magic lifts us through the floor and wall in the vanilla game. Okay, well that makes sense then. Again, I think this, I usually have like a cape or something, so you kind of just, you know, mash your way through the walls. I feel like it's a little bit longer in this version too. Which again, it's a rare room that they made longer than it was in the original. If I just, you know, kept the shell with me, we could just forget about Magic Koopa altogether. Yellow Koopas being a lot like green Koopas, where they will walk off of edges. But they're smart enough to jump over shells if you throw one at them, which is interesting. Why did I do that? Come on. Well, you got cheated. And you won too, says Blue Hedgehog Man, right? And now it's time to fall to pieces, as we always do in these castle levels. Whenever there's those brown brick trains around, I always seem to have a bad time. This isn't that bad, though. This is like nothing compared to Roy's castle. It's mainly the kind of just waiting for Magic Koopa to do his thing. That gets to me here. And again, I don't remember it being such a high rate of yellow Koopas in the OG game. Look at him getting his workout there. There's that coin, finally. Okay, now if we just don't lose this, you know, life will be much easier as we just, you know, push our way through all the turn blocks. Like that. And that. And that. There. Was that so hard? Not really. Alright, now we have an extra hit, and just in case we suck again. There you go. I love that everyone gets that reference. Are the levels in this hack changed only slightly compared to vanilla Blue Hedgehog Man? So yes, it seems like they generally recreated the levels to a certain degree. You know, they're somewhat accurate, but then also there's some glaring differences as well. But there you go, Mario just kicks that castle. Who needed that? Larry Koopa of Castle Number 7 is now just a memory. He won't be seen again until New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii. So, you know, things could have been better, but progress hasn't been too bad. We got worlds 5, 6, and 7 done in a couple of hours there. Could have been better if it hadn't been for some silly Roy's castle in the middle. But now what we're going to do, before we tackle Bowser's Castle, is we are going to do all of the Star World and all of the Special World. So 2 more worlds to go, and then the finale. So let's go up around to here. And we gotta walk all the way back. Of course, Star Road's great because then you can kind of use it to teleport around once you have everything unlocked. But because of the way that we've done it, we're gonna have to go all the way back to the first one. Ever so slowly. And this is where that menu from Super Mario Advance 2 comes in handy, where we could just select which level we want to go to, if we had that available to us. Almost there. Very close. And here we go. Guessing the number of exits remains unchanged at 96. Yes, as far as I know, unless they've added any secret stuff in. Do orb glitch to get exits on back door and front door. Orb glitch? What's orb? Is that the like the disco ball? Orb glitch? Or like the level ending orb that you see from the sunken ship. I know there's some funky things you can do with that. This level has one of the easier secret exits. You kind of just hug the right wall. Stay down here. And I mean, this assumes that it hasn't been changed at all, which is actually kind of a scary thought, because I'm not seeing the secret exit. There it is. So again, even though, you know, the Star World has like 10 exits, a lot of them are actually very easy, so this shouldn't take too long. This is always a fun level, though. It's kind of just like... They really saved the Star World levels to just be fun, random things that, you know, the developers, I guess, thought were cool, and, you know, it's a nice break from some of the more difficult stuff out there. I mean, who doesn't just want to, you know, break a bunch of turn blocks, right? Which color Yoshi's in this level? The red one? At the bottom somewhere? Or did they even include him? Maybe because I already had a Yoshi, he didn't spawn or something. Orb glitch lets you do the sunken ghost ship. Question orb in your reserve item box. Yes, yes, I remember that now. Love the music, says Retro Mickey, right? But alright, that's one level down. Even though it didn't look like that second exit did anything, it still does count in your total. This is the water one. Now, this is like a super slow level. If you pick up Yoshi, like baby Yoshi, for some reason Mario swims really quick when he's holding an object. But since we didn't do that, now we gotta suffer through the extreme slowness of this level. So the star in one of my favorite videos I've done, actually it seems like they've shortened the level significantly, so I appreciate that. One video I really liked that I did years ago, and it never really took off like I thought it might, because I thought it was a really interesting topic, is how long different star powers last in different Mario games, and I did like a comparison of all of them. So if that sounds interesting to you, you might want to look into that one. But the Super Mario World star power lasts a whopping 17 seconds. It's insane. And that's why I'm always reluctant to put the star in my Mario World ROM hacks, and I feel like other people are as well. Because that just like lets the player beat your whole level with zero effort when it lasts that long. Now I think I can go into the hex editor and change that length. So if I ever make another Mario World ROM hack, I probably will do that. Uh-oh, cut off! Cut off on the pipe, everyone! Banned and removed. Hello, Azul. Hope you're having a nice day. I think Star World 2 was changed slightly in SMA2. Was it now? Maybe again to be shorter, because it is pretty long. But yeah, Mario World, again, that 17-second whopping star length is crazy. Mario 3 had the shortest one, I think it's 7 or 8 seconds. Mario 1, I think it was 12 seconds. And now it's been standard in the Mario series for a long time at 10 seconds star length, ever since New Super Mario Bros., I believe. It's stayed pretty consistent. But yeah, why they thought 17 seconds was a good idea in this game. I mean, this is the first game I think you accumulate 1-ups from getting consecutive star kills. So maybe that was why they thought make it a little bit longer. But yeah, interesting. Now this is the game's shortest level. Just hold right and you win, which is always pretty funny. 24-hour star power up. There's probably a Game Genie code you could use to just like always have the star turned on. Of course, though, it's only the secret exits that actually lead you anywhere. How do we get up there? Up there. Like that. And that's actually probably also not a bad life farming spot, too. Getting the silver coins from Lakitu there. Alright, 3 down, 2 to go. So yeah, we could be collecting all of the special colors of Yoshis. So in Advance 2, one nice change that they made is that once you unlock a color Yoshi once, that color I think can then come out of any Yoshi block. Where in this game, if you like want the special color Yoshi again, you have to come all the way back to the Star World, you know, make him grow, and then, you know, only then can you use him again. Where I really like that addition in Mario Advance 2, where you can start finding those color Yoshis anywhere. I thought that was a great change. Lord Ruby, hold right to win. What is this, a Sonic game? No, we should be playing as Luigi. Barely got to do anything at all, but welcome! Happy everyone's enjoying the stream. Hope you're all having a great day. As we're finishing up Super Mario World here, we're done the main game except for Bowser's Castle. So we're currently trekking through Star World and the special world after this. And yeah, that's gonna be it in Super Mario World Remade from memory, where this is, you know, honestly a pretty decent recreation. Like, there's times where you wouldn't even know that it wasn't the OG Mario World unless I told you, and then other times where it is kind of obvious. Does this level even have a checkpoint in the original game? I don't think it did. I don't think Star World levels ever had checkpoints. Don't want that. Yeah, I don't think this is how the second half of this level goes, although I might be confusing it with Star World 5, actually, when I think about it. Whoever plays the second half of this level. I don't know why I would go up here and risk this, but we're gonna get it anyway. Oh, hello, Noel Yoshi. This hack is actually so funny. The lopsided Star World overworld is sending... Is it lopsided? Have I not even noticed that? Huh. Weird. Yeah, I guess it does look a little different than the original. That's... I wasn't even looking at that. But thanks for calling that out. Hope you're having a great day. Original Super Mario World with SMA2's quality of life changes would be incredible. I think there's probably a lot of patches out there that have, you know, changed, improved most of those things. But yeah, definitely. I agree with you, YS Bunny. But it's not worth hacking Mario Advance 2 for the screen crunch and the palettes and stuff. So I think Fusoya always mention the possibility. So that's where we want to go for the secret exit up there. You know, the possibility of adding in an SMA2 option to Lunar Magic, but just, you know, didn't see the need for it since Mario World was pretty much better in almost every way. Anyway, except for, you know, a couple of the things we've mentioned here. But okay, so yeah, that's where the secret exit is. I could have done a Yoshi jump to get up there, but I didn't. Yoshi has been spared for now. It's off-center, says YS Bunny. I always thought it was a little bit off-center, but yeah, it definitely seems more off-center than normal. You are all correct. And with that, one more exit to go in Star World. So the way you're supposed to get that secret exit is you do the coin train, and then you turn it into blocks to get up there. Kind of like the secret exit, in the Valley of Bowser Ghost House. Like, you're supposed to do a thing like this. I don't know the exact recipe, though, to, like, get up there nice and accurately. Something like that will hopefully work. It's just going right at this point. It's still going, though. It hasn't ended yet. Alright, there we go. Now if I go up here, we should be able to at least do a thing like this. Oh no, I'm way under it. Okay. Saved it. And again, this is supposed to be like a filter so that you can't do this unless you have all the switch palaces hit, but it's easy enough to get up here. In fact, it's almost even easier to get up here at times if you don't have them all hit. 2D Sonic? I like the classic 2D Sonics, and Mania was fun. The recent one was fun. Sonic Superstars I thought was pretty cool. But alright, Special World, everyone! With the colorful Famicom logo, Super Famicom logo, that like us in North America never saw. Amazing, if you have made it this far, ahead lies the Special World. Good luck. So I think we're forced to abandon Yoshi at this point. No, maybe we can get him up there if we really work at it. Well, he's going to be gone anyway, apparently. Maybe he'll still be around. Aha! There you go. Never give up on him. So yeah, there's a trick in the original where you would like hit a turn block, and then if the turn block is spinning when the vine touches it, the vine will pass through the turn block, and that helps you get up to like a secret area in the top left. But is that even there in this version? It doesn't look like it. It's a rather pointless secret area. I think with just like a single one up, but. I know there was also a secret on the side, like this pipe you could enter if you had the P-switch. Where was the P-switch even? But it's simple enough. A nice easy level before Tubular. I also love how many like P-switches they give you here. Alright, well we're gonna lose Yoshi in Tubular anyway. Has always been a Sonic Adventure 2 fan. I love Sonic Adventure 2. I 100%ed it twice, once on the GameCube and once on the PS3. Just a phenomenal game. Alright everyone, Tubular. Let's see what scary ways this level has been recreated from memory. Alright, so far so good. Maybe they forgot to put the P-balloon in, I wouldn't complain. I think this beginning part goes on a little longer than the original. But I guess this is goodbye Yoshi. Not my choice, it's the game's fault. I mean, what if we just tried to beat it without the P-balloon? Wouldn't that be kind of funny? But it's not gonna work. There's no way that's gonna work. Like, how far do you think I could have made it? Like, we would have made it to here. I mean, I probably could have bounced on that guy. Could have bounced on that. I mean, it might actually be possible now that I'm looking at it. Is this a P-balloon, hopefully? No, it's not. Oh, we are toast. Oh, so close. So Yoshi might actually have been able to do that. I might have given up on Yoshi a little too soon. If we had been able to like do perfect bounces off of all of those things. Yeah, Tubular looking pretty scary, even in this ROM hack. So we'll see how we fare with that. Again, part of the problem is remembering which blocks have the additional P-balloons in them. And, there's no guarantee that it's the same ones as in the original game either. Yeah, like that one has it. Alright, fair enough. Here we go, here we go. Now, which one of these do you think has it? Okay, the lower one. Oh, I thought he was going to shoot higher than that. R.I.P. says Retro Mickey. Hot take, Tubular is not hard. No. It's mostly just... Gotta get into a bit of a rhythm. Remember where the balloons are hidden is a big part of it. But it's not the easiest level either, though. Like, in terms of Super Mario World, it's one of the more difficult levels. Question is, where's the next balloon at? Oh, no more balloons. That's it. Yeah, 50. There you go. We're getting our life repository back. Tubular, more like atrocious. Lord Ruby, Tubular challenged you to use a system that's barely featured in the rest of the game, which is why it's pretty much always a difficulty spike, even isn't hard in an absolute sense. Yes, Lord Ruby, that's a great way of putting it, actually. Yeah, the balloon does not show up so often. So yeah, when you're kind of sort of forced to use it in a pretty intense situation, it is a little rough. But we did it, I think we did pretty well with it. It was easier than Roy's Castle. Easy, says the Jade Wizard. Yes, exactly. But alright. That's 2 down, 6 to go. Way cool is always an interesting one. I don't think there's a block at the beginning normally, but I'll take it. This is one where, like, you can destroy yourself if you hit the switches in the wrong way. It's neat, though, kind of how, open-ended it is. You get to explore all these different paths, depending on how you hit these on-off switches. And there's even, like a bonus room you can find at the top, I think. Like, typically, it's best to just go up. Or, the bonus room's, like, here. Is this the wings again? No, this is Yoshi. And I think there's actually are wings at the exit here. If there are, I'm gonna do it, because we haven't really experienced those in this hack yet. There we go. The wings are just so weird in Mario World. It's like, why? And do we get to keep Blue Yoshi, or does he go back to green after this? I forget. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I did a wings bonus game in Mario World. So here we go. We're getting lots of dragon coins. It's always weird when there's more than 5 of them. You just keep getting more 1-ups. And that counts as a level clear. Like, that's so strange. I think you have beat with Yoshi before. Nice. The rare cloud tile set, Wise Bunny. Yes. Used in like 2 or 3 bonus rooms, and that's it. Well, I guess that's all we had to play of Way Cool. So the thing about the Japanese version of Mario World is that the levels have completely different names in this world, where they were named after like radical 90s phrases in the North American version for some reason. In the Japanese version, I think it's just called like a hard athletic course and hard. They have completely different names, which is so strange. Now, I remember the star power is kind of bad in this part because you need to bounce off of an enemy, but if you have star power, you can't bounce. Oh, well, they took that part out apparently, so it didn't even end up mattering. Always called the Fuzzies Beardies. I can see that. Alright, halfway through Special World, nothing too bad so far. That weird part of the map that loops through Vanilla Dome to the right. Groovy! This is the Tide one, right? No, Groovy is... Oh, wait, no, that's the next one. Yeah, Groovy is the title screen level. Whoa! Every kid was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm finally getting to play that thing I saw on the title screen, like, hours ago. Always a good time. Overall, it's just a pretty typical grass level, which is really nice because there hasn't really been one of those for a while in the game. I guess like Chocolate Island 1 could kind of be the closest thing to that. Well, this is great. We'll let his head live. We ate his body, but the head can survive. Oh, this part too. Like, how does this not cause massive slowdown? Like, there's no reason to really eat them. I think it's only like a coin each. Wow, that was a wicked jump. Wow, okay, this is getting pretty intense, not gonna lie. Well, that was fun. Don't die on title screen or you get trapped forever, says the Jade Wizard. Yes, so in your Mario World ROM hack, if Mario dies during the intro demo, you get stuck in an infinite loop where you get to actually like play the title screen, but it will just loop over and over and over again. Mondo is a guy from that Danganronpa game, but also a level with rising tides. Again, the tide not something we've seen for a little while here. It's a good thing you have bullet. So there's this weird heart symbol now that appears at the bottom of the chat, and it cuts off people's messages sometimes. It's so silly. But like once the next person sends a message, it will push Lord Ruby's up a bit, and then I'll be able to read it properly. Oh, YouTube, why must you keep making changes that make zero sense? Yeah, I can stand on this now. Well, that's a really short level if that's the end. That is not what the original was like at all. You have bullet time to deal with all that. Oh, like how it was slowing down. I wonder how Mario would be like in Danganronpa when he survived till the end. We need Danganronpa like crossover with characters from other video games. That'd be cool. All right, wow, another bonus game already. Can we get like a perfect match? We did it a couple times in the last part. Oh. Again, the higher floor makes this even weirder to hit the one that you want. That one definitely wasn't right, says Noel Yoshi. Yes. Yeah, that one was quite a bit off. But that leaves 2 levels remaining. Outrageous was probably one of the levels in the original game that gave me the most difficulty. It's a longer level. The hopping fire was pretty rough. No checkpoint, I don't think. I don't think any of the special world levels have checkpoints, so we'll see, depending on how, they edited it. Like, if they made it super short like that last one. Ooh. Of course, having Yoshi helps. But if he accidentally eats the springboard, I might be kind of stuck, so let's make sure he doesn't do that. No, it actually even gives you a couple of springboards, hilariously enough. What? What? Right, I'm just not going to bring the springboard with us anymore. Oh, now we need it, of course, but don't really need it if we do some funky stuff with this. Yeah, like, you don't need that springboard at all. Can Yoshi eat bullet bills? I forget. I would guess yes. Don't forget about how in the Japanese version Yoshi can eat the dolphins for some reason, but not internationally. Oh, it even gives us Yoshi here. Yeah, lots of fire in this level. Yeah, as you can see why this would be a tougher level as a kid. It's longer level, lots of enemies. Yeah, you can't even duck on Yoshi to avoid that. I think this is the end though, just don't screw up the last jump! Yeah! Now we kind of wish we had Yoshi going into the last level, for a rather interesting reason that's not really relevant at any other point in the original SMW. We'll see if they recreated it accurately here. Yoshi can eat them again in the GBA version. Yes, yes, Meaty. Isn't that weird? One-up mushrooms get stuck in the floor for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure why they did that. Someone wrote one with Minecraft creatures too. Huh. Reminds you of that cursed hypothetical project Paper Mario. I don't know. Well, I don't know if I want to ask about that. But alright, Funky Kong is here and he's performing for you. So this level has 200 seconds, but you can get additional time by eating the green berries on the bushes in the background. I did not even realize that as a kid. And I also don't understand how you're supposed to get Yoshi up there. Like, am I supposed to come back after I found a P-switch or something to get him down? Okay, you can do that, I guess. Like, let's see, how much additional time do we get from the green berries? 20 more seconds. So yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Is there a mushroom in any of these? We're wasting time that we don't really have. But yeah, that's always such a weird Yoshi block up there. I guess that's how you're supposed to do it. Thankfully, Sumo Bros, one of their weaknesses is note blocks. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, so just keep eating those green berries. But you know, if you rush it, 200 seconds is still enough time. Yoshi just makes it a little bit easier. Because yeah, do the green berries even appear in like any other levels? It's like such a weird, unexplained feature that just appears out of nowhere. What? That level was way too short. Like that's sad. Whoever's job it was to recreate freaking Funky could have put a little more effort into it, because anyone who's played Funky before cannot tell me they thought that was long enough. No way. No freaking way. Shame on the person who made that for insulting, you know, the true final level. Well, I guess that's it, everyone. Yeah, so there was a couple of questionable decisions in the special world, I think. in terms of level length, where they were much shorter than they were supposed to be. But otherwise, I think that's absolutely everything, with the exception of Bowser's Castle. So we might as well use our new formed shortcuts to warp over there now. Oh, you can wait for the music to speed up and eat a berry, Wyatt Bunny. Yes, and it starts going super, super fast if you repeat that. I remember that. All right, everyone. Front door it is, I guess. Here we go. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything anywhere. How different is Bowser's Castle going to be? So Bowser's Castle is all about having a choice of like which door to choose, which makes it a little bit tough when it comes to like experiencing each one. Because assuming I don't die, we're really only going to get to see like 2 doors. I guess I'll just choose one for now? Or is there any preference on door number? Oh, okay, so this is the auto-scrolling one that's made a little bit simpler by having switch blocks pressed. So far it's looking pretty similar to the original. Scrolling is still... Okay, well, we experienced that door. Time to experience another one. That's never been the door I choose. I think I usually choose door number 2 in the first half. Blue Yoshi just has to wait outside. No help to us whatsoever. I think this is with nets, right? I think this is a pretty easy one. Or at least it was in the original. And I don't think there's not even a ceiling, so we can just kind of cheese across the top of the whole thing. Like, look how easy that was compared to a freaking auto-scrolling room. And is this the one where things crush down on you? Okay. Why is that thwomp crushing on the right when I'm not even near him? Some kind of weird screen thing, I guess. Like, that's funny that I'm so close to the left that a thwomp on the right is crushing. I don't think I've ever seen that phenomenon before. Alright, again, you know, this is just giving us a chance to experience the other rooms. Could be a screen wrapping issue. Yes, it looked like it was. Alright, so we've done room 1, we've done room 2. Let's have a look at room 3. Room 3 is this one. For some reason, I always think this is room 4. This is definitely a little different. So, these weird tapestry things are just like a sprite that you insert. And it's all like one big piece. And then I guess you kind of just, you know, assemble the blocks behind it. Again, though, you know, what we really wanted to do was see what each different door had in store. So that was room 3. Room 4, we'll see what that's got. Room 2, definitely the easiest one, though. Room with grinders. You don't see too much of the watermelon platform in this game. Oh, okay. Not too bad. Alright, room 4. We got to experience that. Room 6. What's it gonna be like? Well, room 6, wow. When was the last time I saw this? So I couldn't even tell you how accurate this is, because I don't think I've played this room in like a couple of decades. Yeah, this seems really over the top compared to how easy some of the other ones can be. But I do remember something like this from the original, though. Alright, that was room 6. Thwomp's only check is 8-bit position, so it wraps. That's funny. And wow, I can see this really well. How can you see it on stream? Yeah, even on the stream without the disco ball. But, you know, back in the day, you know, your TV, tiny, maybe not you didn't have the best brightness settings, and, you know, you really couldn't see much without that disco ball. But in this case, it's not really too tough. Disco ball is almost more of a distraction than anything. Again, isn't that room way longer than the original as well? Okay, Bowser time, everyone. So the Bowser boss fight is like a set thing. You don't really edit it at all. So I'm assuming this is probably going to be pretty typical Mario World Bowser. So I expect this to be copyright claimed by YouTube. The music's a little bit different though, which is nice. They kind of put their own spin on the music. But okay, everyone, here we go. Clown car time. Again, just reaffirming that circus theory I was so famous for in like 2020. A couple easy hits there. And we didn't get a power... Ooh! That was a weird freeze there. We didn't get a power-up coming into the fight. What is with the weird stopping? That's not in the original. Like, is it a flashcard thing? Or is it like it's like a ROM hack thing? Could be related to the custom music in some way that it's loading in. But yeah, definitely strange. But yeah, 6 hits to this guy and he is toast. So we're 2 down, 4 to go. Kinda gotta wait for these giant cannonballs to go by now. I think you can place those into levels as like individual objects in some cases, which is kind of weird. Another thing you can do that with is Ludwig's flame that he spits. I think in Mario Omega I used it as like a kind of an engine on the back of a ship or something once. The exhaust. One time when I had your SNES kid, portable TV broke, so you had to use the old black and white TV for a month. That reminds me of Pokemon Channel. When your TV breaks, so you have to use like the black and white one for a day. Pokemon Channel gets a bad rap, but I think it's a really cool idea. It was pretty creative. I had a lot of fun with Pokemon Channel, and considering people talk about wanting to, Pokemon to be real and stuff. How much realer does it get than getting to watch TV and buy stuff through the shopping network with freaking Pikachu? Pokemon Channel is a neat game. Don't listen to the haters. Check it out if you ever get the chance. But just like that, Bowser is toast! The game is beat, and that should be every single exit. I am shocked. Like, isn't this part shorter than the last part, despite the fact it actually had more worlds in it than part 1? And that is also including the disaster that was Roy's castle. But there we go, everybody! Fun fact, you can kill the giant cannonballs with a cape. Like, really? From the side with the cape? I don't think I've ever tried that. And pause is because it's loading new music, which seems to be local music here instead of global music like all music in the original game. Oh, interesting. Okay. Because I noticed there was a bit of a pause during Mario Universe last night as well, when there was an on-the-fly music change. So thank you. Thank you for confirming that. But there you go, everyone. Where's the cake, Retro Mickey? That's the only reason we beat these games. It's the only reason we save you is for the cake that we were promised. But there you go. And this is definitely going to get copyright toasted by Nintendo. I don't care. We had fun. We're going to enjoy the credits. Let's see, are they changed in any way? It would be funny if they recreated the credits from memory. Map director. Wait, the names are just like literally missing. That's funny-ish. It's kind of random, but also kind of interesting. Mario Win System programmer, Keizo Kato. He's the only guy who gets any credit. Well, let's see. When we first got our SNES, my NES, my dad wouldn't let us use the living room TV. He had to use the old black and white one until your mom finally bought a used color TV from a neighbor. I've told people before about how the first television I ever had in my bedroom was one of those like ancient wooden ones. Like it had like an all wood outside. And it had a knob to change the channel on the front, and the screen was like a bubble, so it would cut off stats and stuff that were in the corners of the screen, like Mario Stars and stuff in Mario 64. Fun times growing up with stuff like that for sure. Dave Brooks. There you go. Pokemon Channel is also the only way to play games for Pokemon Mini outside of the Pokemon Mini. Yeah, right, like you could collect those too. That was so much fun. And even the shows were kind of cool too. Like, I like Pokemon Channel. Pokemon Channel's a fun game. Shigeru Miyamoto, the executive producer. Yeah! There you go, everyone. Now, the funny thing about this is I think even if you don't collect all of the eggs, because you can, like, skip the 3rd castle, for example. If you do the secret route through World 3 and then just go right to the 4th World Castle. And you could, of course, also just, skip right to World 7 if you do the Star Road thing. But I still think it shows all the eggs that are rescued here at the end. Even if you didn't technically beat all of the castles. And like every game had back in the day, you have to have a credits that shows all the enemy names because you just couldn't sleep at night if you didn't know what they were called. Like, it's such a weird, funny thing that they used to do. especially Rareware games, the Banjo-Kazooies and the Donkey Kong countries that did it. Even Mario World did it here, although I can't think of any other Mario game that did it after. Had like an enemy casting call sort of thing. CRTs made sprites look better. I'm playing this on a CRT right now. It's my favorite way to play my retro games. It looks great. No lag to worry about. Just kind of get to sit back and relax. Yeah, I've enjoyed this quite a bit. And thanks everyone who joined today. That was a lot of fun. You even get like a remix of the ending. Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't get to see half of the special world versions of the enemies, because we beat it right at the end. This is the only peek of them you're getting. Of course, another difference between Advanced too is I think when you beat the special world, the overworld colors change, but the enemy sprites don't change until you get all 96 exits. So that's another thing that they kind of switched around. And then another thing that happens is once you've collected all of the dragon coins in every level, they turn into peach coins for some reason, which I don't think changes anything, but they just look different. Maneuver TV prevented you from getting the secret items before Dracula on Super Castlevania. It was annoying. Oh, interesting. You never finished this to the GPA version. LCD, says Daniel. Ball and chain, grinder, fishbone. There we go. So with that, let me look into a couple of things here. There was thoughts of being a stream later on tonight, but that depends on a couple of things still. So keep an eye out for me possibly even streaming later as well. But that's a bit up in the air because someone who I was in touch with regarding that. Oh, let me see. Alright, so yeah, you might see me again later tonight. Tomorrow night I'm thinking we're probably going to stream some NES games because it's been a little while since we've done that. Tomorrow night. Thursday night, of course, back with the conclusion of Banjo-Kazooie HD. Happy to see how many people enjoyed that last week. And otherwise, yeah, the best thing you can do is join the Discord to stay up to date on the stream schedule and everything else going on. But hope you had a wonderful time here today. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I can, thank you so much again for joining. Let me see here. Press buttons on the ending screen, says Wyas Bunny. I'm pretty sure the OG Mario World is one that you get stuck here forever. Bowser's Castle doesn't even count as an exit, so you could technically get 96 exits before you ever do Bowser's Castle. We will actually reset just to make sure it says 96. So let me get up here and do that. Again, real hardware, we got to do it the old-fashioned way. Use those legs. Ugh. And there you go, even get the whole special star and stuff there on the title screen, which wasn't there in the Japanese version. The Japanese version didn't have any indication that you had found every single exit for some reason, but in the North American version, they changed it so that you get that star there, which shows you are indeed done, which always bothered me, because it's like, why not 100? You're so close to 100, and that's why when Mario Omega came out, it indeed had 100. Enjoyed playing this on Micro Retro Mickey, nice. Ending soft lock as is tradition, says Lord Ruby. Absolutely, retro game tradition for sure. The only way to get Bowser's Castle as exit is the orb glitch. And will it actually count? Like, will it actually add like a 97th exit? Now I'm intrigued. Need to go investigate that glitch some more, it seems. But again, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Keep an eye out for future stuff. Join the Discord, linked in the description if you have not. Always nice to spend the afternoon or evening with you, and hope to see you again soon for something different. So thanks, and have a great day, everyone.